What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be diving into a control cycling deck. That's right, you've seen the aggro cycling where you just cycle a shit ton of cards and then you Zenith Flare your opponent in the face literally ASAP, right? Well, this is a little bit different. Instead, we're still going to be running Zenith Flare, so you can still zap them in the face. If you love that, don't worry, it's not going anywhere. But instead, we're going to be focusing on a few other key elements. So there's Improbable Alliance, which means every time you cycle on your turn, you'll immediately get a 1/1 blue fairy, which is nice. And if you can cycle twice on the opponent's turn, again, 1/1 blue fairy. Now, outside of that, we also have some control aspects. That's what makes this deck so exciting. So we have Extinction Event, Shatter the Sky to keep the board state nice and low. We do have Flourishing Foxes in case we can get them down early. You can build them and they can win the game. But if not, it's a 1-mana cycle come later that procs all your other stuff, right? So not really a huge drawback. Same thing with Drannith, right? It can allow us to, aid in destroying the opponent. But again, cycling from one makes it super versatile. If you don't need it, get rid of it, sort of thing. Bloodchief Thirst for some removal, Shredded Sails for some removal, also cycling, Neutralize for some counter spells as well as removal, Memory Leak to go into our opponent's hand, and again cycling. So not great 3 mana. Look at your opponent's hand, discard 1, but for this fact that it has cycling on the other half for 1 mana, it's all in all pretty good. Anyways, Crystal again can allow you to ramp into your Inspired Ultimatum, also cycling for 2. I don't recommend you play too many crystals, but 1 or 2 should be fine. Shatter is good board wipe, Extinction is good board wipe, Zenith Flare, you can still end up sending it to the face if I'm correct. Well, that doesn't tell me. But you have 4 cycling here, 3 cycling here, 4 there, 12 there, 15 there, 16 there, 19, right? You still have enough to end up flaring them in the face, basically, is what I'm saying. Shark Typhoon, good at cycling, also great if you can get this down, which with this deck, you generally have a pretty good chance of getting it down, right? If you can get to 6 mana, you'll have the Improbable Alliance, you'll have some fairies to defend with, so hard casting it won't really be as big of a drawback. And of course, you're just getting sharks after that, right? Boon is really good, draw 4 cards, cycling on the other half of that. Lockmere Serpent is fantastic in this deck, and actually one that I've been thinking about increasing the number on, because Lockmere Serpent plus Zenith Flare is just a great way to finish out your opponent. So you can have Lockmere come down with flash speed, sacrifice an island, can't be blocked, swings in, deals damage, and then you have Zenith Flare come behind it, and boom, bam, take out the opponent. Now this does require, 1 of every mana color, but generally with the cycling and the pathways, you'll be able to have your mana sort of fixed. Although I will say that's probably one of the biggest problems that we found with the deck wasn't actually how well it played together, but was the mana, right? We'd have 1 copy of Inspired Ultimatum to help keep us alive, help draw us cards, and help remove or deal damage to the opponent's face. And all in all, that's going to do it. It was a very fun deck. But again, the mana is probably what I was having the biggest problem with. So if you have any suggestions on how to fix the mana or how it should be, handled a little differently or whatever, I'm always open to suggestions. Of course, leave them down below in the comments. Leave a like down below if you're enjoying the video and the content in general. Subscribe if you're new here and you want more content, and hit that bell icon so you can actually get the more content that we're talking about. Hop over to twitch.tv/Dr. Toss a follow if you want to see us play these decks live, which we're trying to, live stream daily for right now. Discord is down in the description. Join our YouTube members if you want to see us play drafts, or if you want to help support the channel through a monetary means. And yeah, keep being cool, keep being you, keep kicking ass. So all that being said and out of the way, we're gonna go and hop right into the magic. Borgon or Borg 1, Borg 171 maybe. We'll see. Anyways, we'll keep this hand. We have the Shark Typhoon and the Improbable Alliance. Whisper Squad. Probably will cycle the Memory Leak, seeing as how they seem to be a mono black aggro deck. We'll want the removal over the hand hate, I think. Hey, there's a flare. Nothing wrong with the little flare action. So we'll go ahead and get down an Improbable Alliance this turn. Actually, we might turn around and like Improbable and Flourish on the next turn, and then cycle Shark Typhoon following that. And then we'll have the Fox 2 fairies, and a shark. Should at least be enough to defend us for a little while. So yeah, improbable. Fox. There's our ultimatum. Don't really want to see that quite yet, but that's okay. We can cycle the shark for 2, give us a 2/2. Flourishing is a 2/2, 2 1/1s. They might remove the flourishing here. Indeed they do. Bloodchief's Thirst. That's fine. Adds another card for Zenith's Flare. Zenith Flare, whatever. Whatever. Tomato, tomato. Opponent getting in for 4 or down to 12. I'd like to get to that Inspired Ultimatum, but it's gonna be a minute. So we just wait for their turn and cycle Shark. No, we got to do this on our turn if we want to proc the improbable, and we definitely do. So cycle it. There's another thing for Zenith and a Shatter. Interesting. These Whisper Squads, I tell you, they're a menace. Menace to society. Demonic Embrace onto the Yara means we're gonna have to chum block against her. We can start taking out the Whisper Squads though. We got a Triome, we can cycle that. We can also use Flare if we can get one more cycling card into our graveyard. Triome would be really good though for getting the Shatter down, so I'm thinking we actually just play the Triome. Use Shark to block against the Ayara. Then we can shatter the board. We're at 5 mana, we need to get to 7 for the ultimatum. Rankle. Rankle's bad for us. We might have to Zenith the Rankle actually. Alright, block here. Zenith there. Now we can shatter. Memory leak. So proc improbable. There's an Extinction Event. Which means I probably want this down as black mana just in case, right? The blue mana would help us towards the Inspired, but having access to Extinction Event, probably too good to pass up. Fiend Artisan, that's a big boy. Thankfully it doesn't have trample. Oh, they're just gonna immediately Demonic Embrace it. Okay. Whatever you say. I don't want to Extinction Event it yet. I think we wait. Might draw a card, discard, just activate this right here. Boon of the Wishgiver does draw us several cards, is more cycling. How far are we from Inspired? We have 3, 2, we need 1 mana. Okay, well then I'm just gonna get rid of the Boon. We'll keep looking for it. Alright, so we have enough to defend. And they don't have any green mana, which means they don't have any access to trample, so we should be fine. I don't think they can destroy all of our creatures, right? Well, they might be able to, something like a Pestilent Haze. Drannith, that's an odd. Alright, well would I rather them have Drannith or Fiend? If I exile Drannith, we get to keep our tokens. If I exile the Fiend, we lose our tokens and they get to keep Drannith, so. We probably will do this. We have enough for the Neutralize as well after we do this. We could try cycling the Neutralize, looking for Inspired Ultimatum mana. I think we're going to do this. Hit them for odd. Leave up mana for Neutralize, maybe? I guess we could have swung in there, right? We had the fairies. Probably should have swung in there. At least with 1. You leave 2 back just in case they have removal, right? And they're looking in their graveyard. They're curious. You think maybe they topped another Agadeems? Alright, so we'll keep Chum Blockaroo here. They don't do anything. Well, I'm not cycling Neutralize on their turn. If I'm going to cycle it, it's going to be on my turn. We can Shatter and cycle Neutralize if we want to. I think we should definitely Shatter. And yeah, we'll save Neutralize. We're a control deck. No need to rush. Okay. Sorry. Can never tell if I'm muted or unmuted. I mean, I can. I just look at the little icon image thing. And that's how that's done. Alright, so this does give us Inspired. Do we wait for them to have a creature? I think so. I think so. Because for the time being, we can just have our fairies, right? Might as well get full force out of the Inspired. Stinger. Well, let's cycle you. Another Extinction Event? That's not bad. Alright, so we'll get in for 2 damage. And of course we can gain 5 life from Inspired, so we're actually at 14 health. That's not bad. Bloodchiefs. Good to see it. Again, all in. And yeah, let's just keep using our Improbable. There's no reason to spend our cards quite yet. Another Improbable? I think we can get rid of the Bloodchiefs given we have the Extinction Event. Get down another Improbable. Erebos. Bum bum bum. 2 mana to sacrifice another creature, target creature. Right, whenever another creature. Okay. Alright. Let's put down the Improbable. Get in for 6. Cycle. Memory Leak. I think we cycled that on their turn, or I mean we have the mana. Let's just see what's in their hand, yeah. Skyclave and an Epic Downfall. Let's take the Skyclave. We're both pretty low. We don't need that happening. I think we actually just win here, right? We have 9 damage. They have Epic Downfall to take out 1 thing, but we have Inspired Ultimatum, so nice. Nice. Murders. Okay, but they won't have a chance to attack with that. And they can't Demonic, right? They're going to Demonic. You crazy fool, you. You crazy fool. Alrighty. Well, this is fine. They're gonna scoop in 3, 2, 1. Alright, GG. Picking up a victory with Cycling Control. Jude Alexander. Gonna be our next foe. Rocking the Simic avatar. I forget its name. Well, we have ramp. Sure. We have the ramp and we have the counter. So I guess we try to go for the neutralizes first, maybe get down the crystal. We'll see. We'll see how the land situation plays out, right? Okay, opponent doesn't play anything. Happy about that, and we get an improbable. Double happy. Double, triple, uber happy. For some reason I was thinking the crystal only cost 1 to cycle, but it is a 2. It is a 2. Alright. We're just gonna leave up Neutralize mana. What we can do, come our next turn, is play Crystal, cycle Neutralize, cycle one of the Neutralizes if we don't use, right? I don't mind taking the 2 damage, it's not that menacing. Alright, but I am happy to see this one. It means maybe the opponent's playing some weird zombie deck. So they're just kicking it to my turn. Alright, well sure. Sure. Alright, so we already have double blue, which is nice. This crystal is going to give us double red, double white. Let's go ahead and get 1 source of black mana here. And then we'll play this down. And cycle this guy. This way we can have a fairy to defend against the Ephemia. Hey, Flourishing Fox, that's pretty good. Means on our next turn we can go Fable Passage, get down Fox, hold up mana for Neutralize. Alright, cool beans. I actually kind of like this deck. It seems like it can attack from multiple angles, and that's an element I enjoy. Okay, so it's a Lourdes deck, right? Or maybe it's just an Ephemia, like... Yeah, because now they can exile the deadweight. They should. They don't. You know, better for me. Better for me. So, we can get the Fox down actually with that. I didn't think about that. Let's go ahead and use the Fabled though. And we will grab out white mana, you never know. We'll get down to Fox. Nope, don't want to cycle you, want to play you. Save mana for Neutralize probably. Yeah, worst comes to worst, we could always use Zenith Flare for the 1 damage. It's not fantastic, but you know, that's the thing with Zenith Flare is it comes and goes, it ebbs and flows. We got to resolve that. That's not worthy. It's not worthy. Let's see if they have removal for the Flourishing Fox. That's basically what we're looking for. Doesn't appear so. Am I gonna block the 3/1 with the 1/1? I mean, honestly, this feels like one of those games where we need to. Like, we really, really should. So we will. We will. If I can stabilize with my fairies, then they will be our chum blockaroos, right? Seems very strange. Should I neutralize that, you think? It just doesn't seem worth it. Like, sure, they get the Skyclave right back, but... Hell, we kind of expected that shit anyways, right? Alright, we'll let it happen. We can turn around and Zenith Flare. That might not be a bad idea. I mean, it's a great idea for that one now. There we go. Gain 2 life, keep that Magus' favor off of the hateful. Why you gotta be so hateful? If we could find another improbable alliance, that'd be pretty good, right? Because then we could be creating 2 fairies off of every draw. Memory Leak's not bad. I think we want to go for the Memory Leak. Call is really good for them, but they only have a hateful. We gotta get rid of the Lourdes. Now we still have mana for Neutralize. Do I want to save it knowing that they have a Call and a Mire's Grasp? I mean, are they going to use the Call? And if they do, is it worth me countering it, or is it worth me having a Defender? I think it's more so worth me having a Defender. Another land. Not exactly what you want to see there, but beggars can't be choosers and whatnot. Now on the bright side, this will give us 3 red mana, 2 white, and 2 blue, which means we do have enough for the ultimatum should we draw it. Now they can go for the Mire's Grasp and just immediately remove the 1/1. Or dead weight, right? Right. Okay. Oh. Sorry, everybody. Smacking my mic around. Smacking my mic around just a little bit. We're just doing this to scare him. We don't actually have anything. Down to 9. Alright, so we can proc Iron probably here, but if we don't have 2... don't feel like it's going to be enough. Triome. We have to cycle that. Shark Typhoon. With that, we can at least cycle into something, right? Get a 3/3 out of it. Which means we can block Skyclave and Euphemia. That works for me. They have Mire's Grasp, but we'll do this at instant speed, so they won't be able to kill it. They may kill the 1/1, in which case we'll still end up taking... we'll have to block that. We'll still end up taking like 6 points of damage, right? Maybe more if they decide to Magus' favor. No, less if they Magus' favor. Alright, so we can do this now. I am unmuted, alright, good. Another land, not really what you want to see there. So don't swing it with Euphemia. Do we just take 5 then? I think we just take 5, leave the Skyclave alone. Alright, so we're going to need a miracle and a half here to keep us going. They don't... oh my goodness, come on. Come on, game. Okay. Is that 3 or 4 lands in a row? Because we got the Triome that we cycled into Shark Typhoon. Oh no. Alright. So we can live through this turn, I think. Well, certainly. Certainly if they just attack like that, huh? Alright. Man, oh man, that Hateful having the Menace. That's going to be the... are you kidding me? 4 lands in a row. We only have 24 in the... that's the real kick in the dick, huh? It's the real kick in the dick. Alright, so Magus is onto the Hateful. That deals 3. We block those 2. They got 2. They definitely have lethal. God damn it. Yuki Ha. Well, I'd love to play some Magic if Magic wants to give me my cards. That'd be fun. Imagine that, sitting down to play the game you want to play and being allowed to play it. Whole new world for Magic people, huh? Woo. Hey, there we go. Alright. Yuki-Ha, we have our first hand here. I mean, we have access to Bloodchiefs, but fuck me if we get mana screwed again in this game, it's gonna be a little infuriating because it's just been off by like 1, right? Like if we could not have drawn 1 additional land on that last game, that'd been A to the OK. Any sort of playable would have been good. That's okay. We're gonna start out with the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Y'all know I love going against rogues. It's probably my favorite, especially when you're down here in the like 80 percentile and you're like, why are you playing rogues? What are you trying? What are you trying to do? Alright, so we'll get down the Fox. We can cycle if need be, I suppose. It'll feed the swarm. So it's not rogues. Take it back. It's some kind of weird, maybe mono black deck. I don't know. I don't know. We'll go ahead and get down the Drannith Stinger. There's no guarantee that we need that crystal quite yet. We might actually end up wanting to cycle it, so we'll see. Improbable. That's really good. That is really, really good. We can actually cycle the crystal here to proc the improbable and the stinger. I think we're going to. We always see tons and tons of land. Alright, so let's cycle the crystal. Hey, the ultimatum. The one reason we wanted the crystal. I tell you, the most irony I've ever seen in life came from Magic the Gathering. As long as the opponent has 8 or more cards, gets +1/0 and has menace. Interesting. I know this means we can't Bloodchief Thirst that little 1/1, but we're just gonna chum block it for, well, basically as long as we can. Basically as long as we can. The bright side, if we can draw into a Shark Typhoon, we'll be able to cast that down. Okay. I assume they would have some kind of something for our creature there. Get rid of the Bloodchiefs. We need that Fable Passage, and this way we can get to the Inspired Ultimatum, right? So we have 2 red, 1 white, 2 blue. So this will be 3 red, and then 1 white here. Getting down another Rogue. This is like a actual draft deck. This is like a draft deck in Mythic. Are you sure you didn't click on the wrong thing there, buddy? Hey, it's not a bad card to be discarding. Not a bad card to be discarding. We'll have to leave our creatures back now that they have 2 menacers. I could triple block the Black Bloom actually, and then next turn I'm going to use Ultimatum to kill the Skeeter Sneak, so sure. Sure. There we go. We would draw a swamp, huh? Alright, well I don't really want to cycle these two on our turn, do I? No, because I can use those. Alright, so we'll end it on that note. This is a very strange mill deck that the opponent's got going on here. We'll let that happen. There we go. Exile all their creatures, get a creature back into my hand. Seems like a good proposition for me, huh? Might be worth it at this point to get the fairies out. We're adding to the Zenith Flare. You're gonna draw the castle? Yeah. Cool. Take out the removal. Easy peasy. And then, yeah, I'm going to draw 4 cards. Let's get down to Triome. Let's just leave them all back to defend. And I'll put you over there, you over here. Alright. And then we can have another improbable come down this turn. Another rogue. Oh, sorry. Smacked my mic a little bit there. I think we actually cycled this Triome. Memory leak. Let's go ahead and do this, and we can probably just save our mana. That way we have mana for Lockmere, Zenith, Neutralize, all that. I don't know why I did that. I meant to all attack and then accidentally clicked cancel instead of all attack. And, well, here we are. Anyways, taking the opponent down to 17. We got the Lockmere that can come in, instant speed. Zenith Flare, we managed to get him down to 10 life. Of course, Lockmere. Yeah, we could probably do this come next turn, right? Come our next turn. So we're fine blocking these. We have 3 improbable alliances, so we can chum block all day. Now we should have them here, right? We just... we do this, we swing in, we deal 7, then we have Zenith Flare to deal 10. I'm almost tempted to take out one of the mana colors. But I don't know what it would be. You can't block it. There we go. Alright, so that's a GG with cycling control. Picking it back up with an opponent that has a very strange deck, by the way. Very, very strange mono black deck there.